All right, peace. Well, this one come back with a quick video, man. Cause I was just sitting here, just meditating on something real quick, man. And early, man, cause like we used to always talk about. First and foremost, hopefully, most high your house shall blessing your day by His mercy you are consumed. Um, we're alive naturally in the most high your house shall's body, man. Cause I just want to think about this real quick, man. Because, I actually should have wrote this. Yeah, sure. But it's all good though. Hey, but it's all good. I was just thinking about this, man, because you know what it is too. I was just going into this, because you know it all deals about like Let's go, James, real quick, man. Because and shout out to a brother of an Assembly of the Firstborn too, man. Because a lot of times too, like it's good advice, man, not to get too down on ourselves, man. But because like, listen, man, at the end of the day, we're human too, like so. At certain times you're gonna even though because listen, like Romans, Galatians says, walk in the spirit, stay in the spirit. But because man, even this, right? Even this, right? Even this, um, David had let's use David for example, right? Even the stuff with Nabal happened, right? Because you're still human, man. Because of course, when you in the spirit, like most high in your house, like give you your spirit, the Holy Spirit, things in nature. That's not like it's not like I was actually watching Avengers yesterday, man. It's not like you get all the infinity stones and all this stuff that's gonna happen to you. No, you still like certain passions, certain temptations, certain things gonna be there, even if you in the spirit too. Because even what happened with David when he wanted to do what he did in the ball, he had the Holy Spirit then. So this letting you know that that stuff is gonna happen, man. Let's get James 5:17, man. I just wanted to put this on and also too I want to go into balance as well, man, because I want to talk about this as well, man, just to show you the balance of things. But also too how the fruit, how patience and how fruits of the spirit, how the patience and things of that nature is going into. How is that how's that very key? I'm just gonna go into it. Let's go. We're gonna go into it. I'm sorry. Um, Actually, hold on. Let me grab this water. I'll be right back. Oh man. Oh man. I'm kidding. I'm joking. I'm in a little goofy mood today, but I do that with my students a lot of times. I'll just stop and be like, "Yo, I don't know why." I was joking. Y'all don't mind me, but James chapter 5 and verse 17, he says, and Elijah was subject. Was a man subject to like passions as we are, and he prayed earnestly that it might not rain, and it rained not on the earth by the space of 3 years and 6 months. So yeah, man, just like these were holy men, just like we're talking about. These, even though these are holy men, men stand by the Most High Yahushua, sons of God, sons of the Most High Yahushua, man. They still were regular men at the end of the day too, man. Because I was thinking about this, meditating this on Isaiah, but let's go to Galatians real quick, man, because Galatians chapter 5 verse 22. It says, them might hit wisdom of Muhammad, but yeah. Galatians 5 and 22. It says, but the fruit of the spirit is love, peace, long suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith, meekness, temperance. Against us there is no law. So exactly, man. So yeah, all these things, man. Exactly. So always too. That's all I always say, man. So even I was talking about this, my brother. My brother in the word, man. One of my brothers. Listen. There's always security in that. As long as you're doing this, walking in this, of course you keep the law, such commandments, his instruction. But man, you're always gonna be set. You're always gonna be good. And also too, you might have moments where you kind of lose it or things of that nature. Or you just kind of you're gonna have a natural human reaction to things too, man. So shout out to the brother Sammy first for pointing this out, because what we about to get to, that's really the point, man. But it's all done with patience and temperance, because this all goes into the fruits of the spirit as well, man. Because how that's more important than because it's all balanced too. Because we're gonna see the dichotomy of this, man. Because let's go to this, right? Let's go to Isaiah 40:1 real quick, man. Because this is what I was just thinking about earlier. Isaiah 40:1. It says, "Now comfort ye my people, say the Lord your God." So yeah, so it says, yeah, exactly. Speak comfortably to Jerusalem and cry unto her, and that her warfare is accomplished, that her iniquity is pardoned. So for she has received the Lord's hand of double for all her sins. So yeah, notice how it says, listen, first it says speak comfortably to people, and like, even now, this is now with Yahushua, man, and he did that, in the new covenant, and like, in comfort, like that John says, man, until in the comfort that came, and the comfort is what? The spirit is Yahushua, that spirit, the Most High Yahushua is a spirit too. So, but notice how it says too, and also too, when we're dealing with talking about people, our people with the word, man, speak like, shoot, even if you out the word, man, but I get it, everybody's ways is different too, but that's another story for another day, like, especially without the word, but man, but notice how it says comfort, like, ye comfort ye my people, said the Lord your God. So notice this is in Isaiah 40. So this is the spirit. This goes into like, this goes into the spirit, how that comes first, like, having that mercy, being merciful, doing all that stuff, right? Like, this is going to this is Isaiah 40. Now let's go 18 chapters down, because like, because you don't get it, because you want to start. That's where all this patience and temperance comes in. Let's get wisdom of Solomon. No, let's go. I'm gonna go grab wisdom of Solomon a little later. Let's go to Isaiah 58 now. Because now it gets to a point now, because this is all that. Then we're going to hit wisdom Solomon. Then we're going to hit Jude. It says Isaiah chapter 58 and verse 1. This is cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and shew my people their transgressions, and the house of Jacob their sins. So see, notice how 18. Now I speak as a man. I just thought this was interesting. I was just thinking about this earlier. I was going into like, just thinking about that earlier. I was like, damn, it's crazy how Isaiah, like, because I was thinking about this, man, how, like, listen, like, because a lot of times too, when you hit people with condemnation, a lot of times it's not gonna work, and that this is always in my mind. I was meditating, thinking about it, this, man, but yeah, notice how, like, it says after that, like, 18 chapters later, it says, listen, cry aloud, spare not, and lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgression, the house of Jacob their sins. So yeah, notice how it says at that 18 chapters later. I thought that was interesting to do that, man, because this is time season that thing to all this stuff, man, because this does come to a point, like, sometimes with certain people you just need to do that all for it, what we're about to get into a little later. But yeah, man, that's just says, well, but certain people, no, man, they just need that. They just don't, like, this word, like, some people, like the brother somebody first one said, don't know any better. They just like, okay, it's different when you know better and you don't decide to do it, but it's just more of some people, don't know better, but also too, that's where that fruits of the spirit kicks in, like, long suffering, patience, man. It's like, okay, cool, man, but and it's like, and that mercy, man. And here's the thing about people don't understand about it being long suffering and merciful, man, because that's why with Lamentations, what about his mercies you aren't consumed? Because being merciful and long suffering is not that you're not seeing the behavior, not seeing that action, or with us, the Most High House, I didn't see our sins, man. But it's like, listen, I had the power to do that, but I'm not going to do that, and that's more of a more speaks to their character, man. That's what even like, shoot, even like I always say this example too, even a natural person, man. We all know that one person ran across that person and that in our lives, man. If that was like, you saw them going off, and okay, that must have been another party. That must have been another person that did that, because this person is not like that. It took a lot for that person to do, like, because such and such was going off, like, Ted went off, Rick went off, like, he ran off like that. Oh yeah, somebody must have did that, because he don't move like that at all. Same thing with how much more the Most High your house shot, man, being like that, man. Because let's get this in Nahum just real quick, man. I'm not trying to this is Nahum 1:3. He says, the Lord, because we all know Most High House, the Lord is slow to anger. Nahum 1:3. The Lord is slow to anger, great in power, and will not quit and not at all quit the wicked. So yeah, that's just going to what we just saying. Like, listen, he sees it, but if somebody's keep doing it, they're not going to let it go. But they're not just going to let it slide, of course. But the Lord hath his way in the whirlwind and in the storm. The clouds are dust of his feet. So yeah, exactly, because the earth is his footstool, things of that nature. But yeah, man, so let's go to this Wisdom Solomon real quick, man. Wisdom Solomon. Yeah, this is going real quick, man. But we're going to show the dichotomy of this, man. Let's go Wisdom Solomon real quick. Wisdom of Solomon 7. 7:23. It says, I think no, I'm sorry. Wisdom Solomon 7 and 8 and 7. I'm sorry. I was just here earlier. Last video we did. It says, if a man love righteousness, their labors are virtues. For her labors are virtues. Okay, wow. I'm thinking a lot of things with this. Her labors are virtues, for she teaches temperance and prudence. And justice and fortitude, which are such things as in can nothing have more profitable in their life. Exactly. So it says, if a man love righteousness, her labors are virtues, for she teaches temperance, see, one of the fruits of spirit, and prudence, and justice and fortitude, which are such things as in can have nothing more profitable in their life. So yeah, man. That's what that is, man. But so let's go. That's what that is. That temperance, the long suffering, man. That's that righteousness. What, like, the fruits of the spirit. That Galatians 2:1. Like righteousness came by the course of law, and Christ's death is in vain. And Christ was like, your house shot the whole new covenant, the word being in you, the gospel is that fruits of the spirit, man. Now, of course, you have aspects of that in the shoot, even in the Old Testament, of course. But it's more of like now. That's just really what it is now. Because but notice how that, like we said earlier, that Isaiah earlier goes into the condom, like, that first speak comfortably, man, be patient, be long suffering. But then it gets to a point, like, it gets to a point like, okay, cool, now we do have to address this, like, we do have to cry loud and spare not, like, we do have to address these things, like, are people's sins, transgression, iniquity, things of that nature, man. But it's all good, and it goes into that too, man, because of course, like, and this all tying into what we talking about, like spirit always talk about, like, now for me personally, like, even now trying to spiritually mature, because when you come in the word, like, I came in conventional way, listen, we're descent, or like we're descendants of people book, where, like, the Israelites, things of that nature, like, law, statutes, commandments. But a lot of times, especially, we touched on this in the perfect time too, because nowadays, and brother Assembly Firstborn was going to in this class last night on the video, like how, especially during this time, like during the winter and holiday stuff, or even holidays in general, man, like, condemnation honestly isn't going to work, honestly. Even if you in the word, out the word too, I gotta realize this out the word as well too. This is skill. See, that's why I like, I teaches the way the Lord teaches, man, because like these things, these principles can be used outside, people outside the word. Because when you condemn people, there a lot of times it's like, their natural inclination is to get defensive, man. So it's like you can't condemn people. Now, sometimes it's like, we about to get into, you do have to, like, listen, no, be upfront, like, no, you can't, it's this and this. But, sometimes, too, people will naturally get defensive. So, like, a lot of times, too, during this time, that like, happens a lot, too. So, just like, and that's what that Isaiah, like, 40 and 58 was too, man. It was, I don't know, me, I speak as a man. I really think it's very, very clever how Isaiah 40 came first and Isaiah 58 came later, man. But, because it goes into that mercy, then, like, goes into that condemnation, man. Because, like, the brother Assembly Firstborn says, listen, and all, like, even like, when you come in with condemnation, man, like, because, like, that's what, most of the time too, when you come in with the law, man, that's what it does too. It condemns you, because then people naturally gonna be defensive, man. Because, like, because listen, like, and a lot of times too, I gotta do this. We gotta talk about this, because I was watching the Whitney Houston movie the other day, man, and, like, that's why condemnation doesn't even work for a lot of times too. Now, you have some people that really just don't know better, but But everybody, for, like I say, as an example, because, like, in the movie, they Whitney Houston with her Robin, like, actually in real life, her lesbian, like, they had, like, a kind of closet lesbian relationship, man. But in the movie, like, Whitney even says, like, listen, because she met, I think she was gonna, it was when she met. It was when she met Bobby Brown, or it was somebody else, or Jermaine Jackson, when she said, listen, she wanted to go with him. I think it was Bobby Brown. It could be Jermaine Jackson in the movie, but that's neither here nor there. But, she said, listen, Robin, we kind of got to stop in this. Listen, like, you're my friend, you're my sister, but we got to stop doing what we're doing. And she even mentions Leviticus. She didn't quote the, like, chapter and verse, but she said, because Leviticus and stuff like that. So my point of me bringing that up is that people know subconsciously, like, when you come with condemnation, they know subconsciously, like, even if they see you with the word, or even you talk about them with the word, that they know their lifestyle is contrary to that. So there's no point of, like, of me or like anybody else is going to him with that. Like you already open up with forgiveness. Like, hey, listen, we already know what type of time you on, but listen, there's forgiveness for what you're doing. If they want it, that's on them or not. They want it, then all praise the Most High Yahshua. If they don't, shoot, all praise the Most High Yahshua. They listen that because they like 2 Ezra 7:19 says they're the ultimate judge. But yeah, man, that's just is what it is too, man. So like that's why I like just constantly like coming with that. That's just is. But you would start off with the gospel, like start off with who the Most High Yahushua is, man. Like, cause let's get speaking of Isaiah. Let's go to Isaiah. Let's go back to let's stay in Isaiah real quick. Isaiah 49:5, because this is what the Most High Yahushua said. Isaiah 49:5. Let's go. It says, Isaiah chapter 49:5. It says, and now saith the Lord that formed me from the womb, to be his servant and to bring Jacob again to him. Though Israel be not gathered yet, I shall be glorious in the eyes of the Lord, and my God shall be my strength. Exactly, like and that's it, man. Like like entrusting the Lord's everlasting strength. And that's good. I'm glad I even read that today because Philippians on my Bible app, Philippians 4:13. Was the verse of the day. But yeah, man, that's it. But it said bring Jacob to him. Like, how do we do that? Well, Exodus 34:6, who the Most High Yahshua is. Exodus 34:6, Numbers 14:18, Jeremiah 9:24. That's who Most High Yahshua is, man. That's bring him to that. Then of course all the other stuff. Of course the law, statutes, commandments, work that in there. There's nothing wrong with that, man. But that's just is what it is too, man. I kind of gotta I remember that too, man. I got even remember that too. But and sometimes too, man, depending on the conversation. Because listen, man, I came in conventional way. I might listen. I'm not against because that's how the Most High House. I might want that person, that brother or sister, to come in through like the convention way, like I came into. But I'm just saying, reaching a level of spiritual maturity, man. Like because the brother somebody firstborn says like now it's just like okay, you want to be like Sirach says, you have a wife according to thy mind, man. Like now you want to think how the Most High and your house shot thinks, man. Like he said in John 10. Or like me and the Father are one. You want to be like one with them, and like First John says, like you want to be one with them. Think how they think, man. You want to let's look grab that. All right. Then we're gonna go to Ezra. I know I'm kind of stalling a little bit, but I want that. Yeah, man, there's always that balance, man, that temperance, man. There's always that balance. And things, as I'll have a wife. I'm mad. I'm love how I like hold the order. I didn't even sip it, but as I have a wife according to thy mind, forsake her not. Yeah. Is this it? No, that's not it. Yeah, it's just earlier. That's earlier. Some left side. Yep. Ecclesiastes, also known as Sirach. That's crazy. I'm on chapter 8. I was just with that. But Ecclesiastes, also known as Sirach, chapter 7 verse 24. 7 verse 25. 7 verse 26. I'm sorry. Hast thou have a wife after thy mind? Forsake her not. Give not thyself to a light woman. So yeah, man. Exactly, man. That's just is what it is too. Like that's what kind of lines up with that probably. But yeah, man. Being married to the Most High Yahshua, being like Jeremiah 6:2. Like what I'm saying. One had. That's why what. That's why David was very much example. A man according to the Most High's Yahshua's mind. That's what it is. That's what that same thing here. That same thing here, man. Thinking how they think, man. So, yeah, man. That's just what it is, and that's what you want to do when you get to spiritually maturity. But let's go second Esdras now real quick because we're gonna show you the other side to this. Because sometimes you gotta do that, and this all goes into that balance and having that temperance and like all these situational things, man. Because yeah, man. Because just like sports, man. Gotta have sports or like or a mission. Everything you gotta do, man. Have to have plans and backup plans, man. Or go to film room, watch certain schemes. Okay, we're not going to attack each person the same, man. Like no, that's in war. They doing sports and all other things, man. Too. It's like okay, we can't even like music artists, things of that nature. Like or performers or people in the arts. Listen, okay, I can't do this for this crowd. I'm gonna do this for this crowd. They're gonna like this here. This region likes this, or these people they like this. So I had to do this here, or like like I'm gonna have to bring this here. So yeah, man. So I gotta know, man. Gotta know what to do for each. Colossians 4:6, pretty much, man. Seasoned words of salt, know how to answer every man. But let's get to 2 Ezra 2:6, 2:7, real quick, man. I think no, not 2:7. 2. I think it's what 2 or is it 1:5? No, it's 1:5. Yeah, it's 2 Ezra 1:5. I'm sorry. 2 Ezra 1:5. Because notice how it says this first. It says, "Go thy way and shew my people." This is the first chapter. Go thy way and shew my people their sinful deeds and their children their wickedness, which they have done against me, that they may tell their children's children. So you notice how this is in the this is in the first chapter, man. And also too, if you read this whole chapter, it's pretty much like how listen. Like what it's like, that old Tyrese clip, and what was it, 2017? What more do you want from me? That was hilarious. But that's what pretty much the Most High Yahshua saying here. Like, listen, I gave you Moses, gave you Aaron, gave you Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, Hosea, Amos, Micah, and Joel, Nahum, Habakkuk, Zephaniah, Zechariah. I gave you all these prophets. I gave you my son, Moses, Aaron. You didn't appreciate. So that's what, that's what he's saying here in this whole chapter. But notice how he's saying here. He's saying the same thing, Isaiah 51 and 58 and 1. But here in the first chapter, it says, "Go thy way and show my people their sinful deeds and their children their wickedness, which they have done against me, that they may tell their children's children." So yeah, man. So yeah, that's just what. Let's get this in 2 Ezra 14 now, because he's gonna say the same thing he said Isaiah 14 and 1 now. But notice how this came afterwards, because sometimes in certain situations is like that, man. Like we said, listen, Colossians 4:6, now here it is. 2 Ezra 14 and 13. Now therefore set thine house in order. Not only the house of Israel, your family house, but your inner house, the temple, the house of the Lord. Here, the house, your inward man too. That's what this is all going to. Set that house in order and do everything decently in order too. Just set thy house in order and reprove thy people and comfort such of them that be in trouble, and then now renounce corruption. Exactly. So yeah, and that's what that Jacob's trouble always say. Shout out to brother Akawar and the brother Elijah too. Because that's what it is, man. That's Jacob's trouble, honestly, man. That's what, Akan, man, Akan, or Akan, in Joshua, man. His name in trouble, man. That's when you're in trouble, man, because that's what it is. How was he in trouble? Because when you disobey the word of the Lord, or, being cut off from the Most High House, being, disobey the word of the Lord. Ever since, he left your God, you in trouble, man. It's not just, the military, wars and, martial law, FEMA camps, bombs dropping, food famines, and purges, stuff like that. No, that's the height of Jacob's trouble. But this isn't Jacob's trouble, man. In the state of trouble. But notice how it says comfort, the people, man, and speak comfortably to him as well, man. And that comfort come from the Most High House, the gospel, the comforter, man. That's what it is. So that's just Yeah, man, like Lamentation says, children are without comforters, people are without comfort. But now the comforter came, man. That comforter came, which is the Most High House of Spirit and the gospel, new covenant. That's what it is, too. But notice how it said this later on, rather than in 2 Ezra 1, because it's showing that balanced dichotomy. Because in Isaiah 40 and 1, it starts off with comforting people, then it goes into all right, now show my people their sins, iniquities, transgressions. But now with this one, it started off with that in reverse, man. It just goes to show you balance, and that kind of more like Colossians 4, season every saw how to answer every man, every person, man. So yeah, man. So let's let's go Jude 1:22, Jude, and to close this out, man. Showing that situational thing, man. Things all situational, man. Shoot, even out the word, man, even out the word too, right? Because like you gotta know like even though like we using the sports example, right? You gotta know your personnel, man. Like even that, even like honestly, man, like even like because there's a lot of times too, like reading about like certain things, like certain like story, certain like those that follow sports, certain players that could have played together, right? But you gotta think like I think the brother of Chronicle Judah always brought this out more. And man, it's more about the spirit and the psychological point of view. You gotta know personalities if that would even like if that would even have worked meshed well, man, personality wise, man. Because now of course there's certain teams, there's certain people just in life in general that could put that aside and it's about the greater cause. But certain times there's certain people who mesh well, man. Because I always think like because back like 21 years ago now, 2004, man. Because if y'all know follow basketball, of course, it's well known that Carmelo Anthony could have had the chance to join the he could have been drafted by the Pistons. He could probably been on those mid to late 2000s Pistons team, man. But he probably would have won the ring. But me personally, I'm of the standpoint of that wouldn't have worked, man. Because knowing the psychology, the art, like Carmelo, like how he approaches the game, like yeah, he probably would have provided offensive help for them, a scoring option, and he probably would have been forced to play defense. I know he would have been forced to play defense because that for Rasheed Wallace, Ben, like Tayshaun Prince, Rip Hamilton, they was not going to have Chauncey. They was probably not going to have him not playing defense, man, because Carmelo wasn't always the best defender. But anyway, he was pretty good, but he's not the best defender. But my point is that listen, because how he approached the game is just like, all right, okay, cool. Because even later on in Denver, when Chauncey Billups came to play with him, he's like, listen, when we would win, I mean, and and he didn't get his numbers, he was kind of down, kind of bothering him. But when we lose and he had his good, if he had his if he had his good numbers, I mean, if he got his numbers, he'd be all right. So yeah, man, that just kind of showed me that probably wouldn't have worked, man, because like and that just showed me. I don't know, that's for me, man, because like gosh, what was I gonna say? That's what I was gonna say, man. Because that 04 team, man, they didn't really have a superstar, so that team, like was pretty built off of synergy, man. That's just it's like certain times there's certain teams like that. That's one of the teams that come to mind. It's like okay, there's really no superstar. It was good all-star players because all of them made the all-star team, but it's good star players, but all of them they weren't really wasn't like a superstar player on there, man. But it's built off synergy. But this is situations like that, or like people know like Kobe and Chris Paul had the chance to play together. But psychologically, spiritually, spiritually, I don't think that not spiritually, but kind of psychologically, yeah, but going off personality just from afar, because I don't know these people, but just going from afar, that wouldn't have worked, man. Because Kobe, Chris Paul had a lot of meltdowns in the playoffs, and he gets tight in certain situations. And Kobe, even though Kobe had some flame out too, quiet as kept, he don't want to talk about it. But Kobe kind of is a player that tries wants to rise to the occasion. He doesn't want to, so that's want to work. My point being with all that is, besides that basketball talk, I use that for example because you had to know, let's just get Colossians 4:6, then we're gonna hit that Jude. I'm using these examples not to be long. I've been too long-winded, but it's all good. But I'm using this thing is because I have to know how to answer every person, man. Know how to switch things up. Know how to deal with every person, different situations. It says, "Let your speech always be with grace, and seasoned with salt, that ye may know how to ye ought to answer every man." So yeah, man. Yeah, man. That's why Paul said, "Listen, as a Jew, I came a Jew. As I came and have compassion those without understanding, man. Those are without the way, man. Me and people where they're at." But let's get this Jew real quick and close out. Hey, oh gosh. Jew 1:22. 1:22, yeah. And some having compassion, making a difference, and others save with pulling them out of the fire, halting the garment spotted by the flesh. So yeah, man, that goes into that what we read in Isaiah and Second Esdras, man. Because Isaiah started off with the comfort, things in nature, she preach the gospel to them, comfort. Just even meet them where they're at, whatever they got going on, man. Because our people out of the shoe, I just ran to a brother, man. People got a lot spiritually, physically. Mentally. mentally and physically going on, man. And like, like Isaiah 1:5 goes into like in the house I said, listen, our people are in a condition they're sick right now, man. Like, spiritually, mentally, things of nature, and also too got people that are physically sick right now too. So that's what it is. So speak that inward man, speak to the heart, but also too, man, like but later on it says, all right, cool. Some of our people like Isaiah 58 and 8:1 goes into like sometimes you're gonna have to come with that. Like, listen, okay, no, you gotta get this together. So like in second Ezra, sometimes you're gonna have to start off with that. Like, hey, listen, you gotta get together. Then of course, comfort them over time, walk with them over time, man. But yeah, man, that's really is what it is, man. Hopefully this is edifying for you brothers and sisters, man. Much love to y'all. So yeah, man. So peace.